Clayton will hop on a little late today. They are wrapping up their travel and he's getting to a place where he can hop on his phone. We'll give it about one more minute though and get started. We have some exciting updates. And I think we're going to start with a little video from Marty. Dylan, if you want to make him a co-host.
Oh, is he not on the same one as I am?
Oh, no, he is. You're right. My bad.
All
Yeah,
right.
I'm here. You're bad. I'm here.
I actually before he shows the video, I just want to preface what this is. This is the video congratulating our November sales event winners. So we kind of put this, well, not we, Marty put this together. And then I want to shout out our employee Vanya. He's the manager of customer service. A lot of you who have won, well, everyone who's won, actually, I think he just
Um,
finished.
One second, Dylan. It seems like there might be issues with the German translation.
Are there?
Um, I'm getting. Let's see. It seems the German translation is a little quiet, maybe a microphone issue.
Oh, Simona, could you maybe get closer to the mic, maybe? Let me switch over that real quick. I can I can hear it just fine.
Okay.
So, Simona, I can hear her just fine. So if you guys are having trouble with the volume, try checking the volume on whatever device you're listening on.
They said it's better now. She
Okay,
must have
perfect.
adjusted and it works. So
All
sorry,
right.
Dylan. Back to you.
Okay. Actually,
Nice job, Dylan.
I was giving praise to one of our employees, and we all know Duquesne hates when people get praised. So that's why he cut me off. Just kidding. Um, Vanya is our customer service manager, and he has worked pretty much tirelessly this morning and been sending out the coupon codes to all the people who won the $250 coupon code for themselves and five other people in their downline. At the same time, him, myself, and our operations employee, Fi, we're getting ready to ship out all of the winners gift bags. So pretty good stuff. We're going to get all that done by the end of this week, maybe start next week, depending on the addresses. But that's who's going to be showcasing this video. And big congratulations again to everyone who's part of that.
And he was very quick with it. And Dylan and Vanya both packed up all the swag bags very quickly as well. So thank you to Dylan as well on that. But Dylan and Vanya have done great. So yeah, Marty made a little video to say congrats to these people. I need to apologize because I missed some of the winners last Monday when I gave a shout out. IT reran the report and we had about 15 extra winners that we didn't initially put there. So now Marty has the full list. So all over to you, Marty.
So we can share. Here we go.
And these are the ones that got the swag bag and the coupon. So congratulations here.
And then this was just those who won the coupon for them and five team members.
Can you guys hear all this?
No, it's okay though. I think we understand the thought behind the sound. We can do it again, and I can
Well, I
help.
could sing. I could sing while I was
Okay,
going.
good
I guess.
joke.
I'm guessing there was music too, Marty, behind it.
You guys couldn't hear the music at all?
No, there was
Oh
no.
man, it was like my favorite part. Never mind. It's all good.
Do you want to attach the file in the chat just so people can have it and watch in their own?
Yeah, I put it in the I put darn. I put it in the platinum group too. So
Marty
Um,
Marty used the Star Wars theme to do it. We all know. Good job, Marty.
no, you look great, Clay. No, I didn't.
I would actually have been pretty cool. Also, is that Zoom user Clay? Really make
Yeah,
him
that's
a
Clay.
host. Okay.
Okay, I will say a few statistics. So we had over 40 people who won in all, and then with the prizes, since they could pick 5 team members, we had over 250 gifts given out. Either swag bags, I think we were at 80 swag bags sent out, Dylan.
85. Because yeah, I think the RPS won too.
Yes. So 85 swag bags and then over 250 people who got coupons for $250. So huge congrats, huge shout out. We will share that video in the chat here so you all can share those with other people and just show that. But it truly was amazing. I follow a lot of you all on social media, and I could really see the work going in as you all were trying to reach these different um, levels of achievement. And so we're just really proud. If you were somebody on the tier 2 who got a swag bag, please make sure to respond to our emails so we get your right address.
I will not ship it out internationally unless I have a confirmation of your address. I hope that makes sense to everyone because we're not going to lose however many hundreds of dollars in swag bag that is. But the people who did not win, this is called FOMO, fear of missing out for the next time we do this. The swag bags actually had some pretty cool gifts in there. We kind of went back and forth between hats, scarves, there's pins, there's writing utensils, mugs, so really cool stuff. And the bag itself is really awesome. So, I mean, congrats to the people who won it. And if you didn't win it, might as well try a little harder next time, huh?
On that topic, we will have more of these going out in 2026. And so we've been working with our leaders to see how we can continue to do giveaways and contests like this. And I will say, if you are a ambassador or team leader who has ambassadors underneath you, and you are interested in doing a contest or giveaway or competition with your team of ambassadors, we would love to partner with you and help you out do that and kind of do a smaller version of this just for your unique team or community. So we're really excited about this. We're excited to do more. I wanted to give a special shout out to Doc Armand's group and Mark Vonderstruck's group who won the top tier. And so in the next couple days, we're going to reach out to them and figure out a time for them and their team to come to Root HQ, which we're really excited for.
Mhm.
And we've heard feedback that we will also do something like that next year for the competition as the top prize. It's really special. We're going to help pay for their accommodations and give a stipend of funds to help with their flights. And then they'll get to come to HQ and do a couple other things in the area and really experience some of the rawest areas of fun and meet everybody at HQ. So we're really excited for that as well.
I do want to say too, it wasn't like it wasn't close for other people. Some groups were pretty close to getting that level 3, and some of the groups that were only in level 1 were really close to level 2 with the swag bags. It wasn't like it was a landslide thing between the differences in level 1, level 2, and level 3. But I don't know if Clayton's still on here and he wants to talk about some stuff. I know we have some housekeeping things before we get into the holiday season, Duquesne. Clayton, do you want to say anything for the winners? I don't think he's
He might have hopped off.
he might have, yeah. Yeah, he's not here anymore. Anyway, um, th there have been a couple people asking if we are going to do anything for the holiday season, which basically just happened this week till the end of the year. Um, and I know without getting into specifics, Duquesne, do you want to go into what we're going to be doing starting here?
Yes, but let me give my agenda because you didn't give me time to do that.
Oh my goodness.
So layout of the call today, just so you all know, we're going to give some little sneak peeks into a holiday surprise we're doing for you all. We're going to give a sneak peek into what the RPS call is that is happening tomorrow. And then we wanted to give you all some treats that we have been working on finalizing for next year. So we are wrapping up this year. This is a great time to look back at what happened in 2025, but also to start looking towards 2026. And so We want to end the call with giving you all some of the details that we've shared with the leadership group and the platinum group about what we're looking to do next year. And then we don't have that all finalized. We should have it finalized probably the first week of January, but we want to let you all know what to expect because we're very excited about it. So to start, Dylan, do you want to give a surprise on what the sale looks like or what we might be doing? It's not going to be like the holiday sales, but we do have something coming up, and Dylan can give you a bit more.
Yeah. So first off, I want to go through logistics and shipping because every year we have these questions. First off, Wednesday the 10th, this week, we will have the start of a holiday sale. I'm not going to go into the specifics of what that is exactly. That sale will run until the 17th of December. And here's the reason why. From the 17th of December, that is the last day we can guarantee shipping to get to your house before holidays, before December 25th. Meaning if you buy your products on December 18th, it might reach you in time, but it also might not because that's 18th, 19th, then the weekend, and then you're basically into Christmas week. So that being said, if you're going to try to get an order in, try to do it between the 10th and the 17th. If you're going to do it for a gift special or a stocking stuffer, which I know most people on this call will end up doing that to try to get some gifts from their family, friends, or get some new clients and customers. That being said, we are going to start a discount on that Wednesday, the 10th. We are going to announce it partially tomorrow on the RPS call, and we'll put it into the groups we have. It'll be a discount code that you type in at checkout, meaning it will not be a discount that like the Black Friday sales, it will not automatically be part of the website. Any questions on how that is going to go out? Okay. Like I said, really try to be a part of the RPS call tomorrow to find out more finite details, but we will have a week-long discount code that will be active. It will not change. The sales will not change. So it'll be 7 days of the same sales, the same discount, same code every time. So everyone will find out at the same time.
I did walk away. I was calling Clayton. He got in an elevator, but he's hopping back on. Did you mention that on the RPS call, the special sale that's happening will only be during the extent of that call?
I have not talked about RPS yet. I was going to
Okay.
wait to get to that. Yeah. Anyway, so one thing that we will do for RPS tomorrow is we're going to talk more in depth about what the sale is on the Wednesday. But as we all know, what we've been doing for the previous, 5 months now, Duquesne, there's been a special that's only been available for our Root Prime subscription members. The call tomorrow, which is at noon Central Standard Time, will be over how much can I say on this one?
Um, Keep it vague what exactly is happening, but you can talk about what products people will maybe get some surprises about.
So I actually have them right here. I don't know why. Well, so some of our Elapure peptide line has been doing really good for the entire year since we've launched it. And again, while we've had abilities in manufacturing and what we've done growing forward, we will show some discounts and reductions in pricing. So a bit of a brief understanding of that. So tune in tomorrow, and the sale that happens tomorrow on RPS, like we've done previously, will only be available to RPS members on that call for that duration of the call, and maybe 30 minutes after the call, depending on how it goes.
And then there will be one other product that will be great for people to try, maybe to start some new habits or new goals for the new year. But Dr. Ram and Clayton will be on, and both will be giving a science brief on those product lines. So the peptide line, and then I will go ahead and say Sculpt. They'll be doing a science deep dive on those two products or product lines. And then Dylan and I will be up to give you all the special surprise for that. So we hope to see you all there. If you all have RPS members, that have not shown up to these calls in a while and keep missing out on these deals, maybe encourage them to come. We would love to give them that deal.
You might learn about the perfect GLP-1 because I guess it's a hot topic for people because there's lots of hype.
There is. So since Clayton is on, I do have updates on what is happening in 2026 with some exciting changes. But I know Clayton had a topic he wanted to talk about first, and he has a guest that he wanted to introduce. So I will hand it over to Clayton, and I'll give my updates and Dylan's updates and Marty's at the
Yeah.
end.
I
So
had a joke.
um,
So Clayton said it's a hot topic for a GLP-1. That's pretty good, especially if you're over like the age of 21, because no one can be forever 21, and it's a very hot topic. Okay, that's it.
All
I
right,
didn't
Clay.
get it, Dylan. I didn't get it.
Oh my gosh.
that was bad. That was
I saw your
really bad.
finger. I saw your finger, Dylan. Okay.
So Clayton, just leave me 10 minutes, okay, Clayton, and I can cover the rest in 10 minutes.
Well, while America might have its pastime of being baseball, the rest of the world is starting to get up to it. So I have the founder of the Hit Streak, actually a former professional baseball player and current podcaster, doppelganger to myself, apparently, if I was redheaded. And so he could be Duquesne's uncle. Um,
No, he
But-
isn't.
he could pass as it. We could do an interesting family photo. But Nick Hyder is here with us. He's an ambassador, but he has a well-regarded podcast, but he's also an expert in business development and teaching people how to maximize social media and turn your socials into something that gets more traffic and monetizable. So with me, if you guys want to pull him up, or Nick, you want to come on your video and take yourself off of the mute button.
I'm here, baby.
Let's go. Look at that. He's even got the background. So I'm going to turn this over to you a little bit because, we've talked, you've shown us some stuff, and you've had success with many other people in different channels of teaching them how to turn their socials into a business platform and really the formula to do it. So as we move into 2026 and start to make some of these tools and some of these educators available to our community, I'm giving everyone the introduction to the head of the Hit Streak, the second head of his own household, though.
True. Very true.
But go ahead, go for it.
Well, hey, thanks you guys for it's great to be here. We all have some really great people and some great things in common in the Root Brands. I've been working with large companies and organizations for a long time with stuff like this, and I gotta say, man, the community here is probably one of the most engaged and makes the largest impact that I've probably ever seen. And it's you guys are all over the world, which is absolutely incredible. The biggest thing that I was wanting to get from I was hoping to get from you guys today is like everything that you do in life, you have to have a target. So that way, if you do a good job, you got to have something to measure. And with a lot of opportunities like this, there's let's just say happiness is achieved when goals are met, right? So I wanted to just get some feedback from the community today. I won't take up a whole lot of time. I did want to get some feedback so that we can start to work on things to help everybody out a little bit. What are some who's winning? Who considers themselves winning as a Root Brand ambassador right now, and why? Would anybody step up and volunteer that?
Unmuting is free, but also if you want to, we can raise our hands in the chats, or you can put something in the comment section.
Yeah, man. If everybody shouts out all at once, I'll be shocked.
And if you
just
don't
in
raise your
case-
hand, you see yourself as a loser. So we need to fix this.
Nick, just in case on the language, if someone who's not speaking English tries to talk, you can always go to your language tab and switch over to English if you want to, and it'll translate to English.
Got it. So looks like somebody raised their hand. Christy, maybe? Nurse Christy,
Right.
go for it.
I guess I would say that I'm winning because I have My sales, my rating have improved from where they were last year at this time. So I have more sales, I have more customers. Still not where I want to be, but that's okay. Um,
Where do you want to be? That's a great. All right, so let's just stay here for a second. If that's good, if you're cool with it, like where? So where do you want to be? Where, like, if this is doing everything that you want it to do, what do those numbers look like? What are you achieving?
I've never looked at it from a number standpoint. I've always looked at it from a people standpoint. Um, being a nurse, who for so long saw the wrong side of health care. Um, I want to help people really actually get healed. So I know it's hard for me to put a number on that or a value to that.
Well, let's just start with people. How many, like, so how many people would you want to, like, if all this is going perfect, how many people would you be affecting positively with this stuff?
To put a number, 10,000.
10,000. Excellent. All right. So now that you have that, now we can work backwards, just like your GPS only works if you tell it where you're going, right?
Yeah.
So most people, like, most of us went to school for at least 13 years, at least here in the States. And I can promise you, I wouldn't have finished if I'd have been in there 6 or 7 years and I didn't know where I was at in the journey. You know what I mean? I would have been walking out the door. They might have said, no, 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 stop. You're in like 8th grade. You're almost there. Okay, cool. I'll come back another day. But like the biggest thing with most of the folks like us that are doing things like this is we feel like we're really working hard, and we may be, but there's nothing to measure it against to know if we're doing a good job and how to fix it. If we're not getting what we want. So if you want 10,000 people, do you know how many people you have right now?
700.
700. That's incredible. So how did you get those 700 and how can you leverage that to get to the 10,000?
The 700 that I have is in a community that I have predominantly. There are people outside of that, but for the most part, I have a chat group and most of the people are on there.
Awesome. So you've built your own community and you guys are bringing people in. So how can those 700 how can the 700, like, so when we're working with like small companies or like even like churches and stuff, every business has a lead problem. Small churches, it's the easiest thing to do. They can double in size anytime they want if every member just brings one more member. Right?
Yeah.
So how often are you asking those 700? What kind of communication do you have with those 700? Like, what does that community look like? How can you cultivate that community to grow itself?
Well, a lot of the community that I have existing are, I would say, probably 85% of them are 60 and above. And so they don't feel like they are good candidates to talk to other people.
Do you feel like that 60 plus community is capped at 700? Do you feel like you need to get other demographics to hit that 10,000?
Yes.
Okay, so what's the strategy on how to get those?
Um, so I've reached out on social media, but I think in the past, my biggest issue personally was that I was dealing with a lot of health issues myself. And so
Got it.
it was not easy for me. That's improving. I'm on year 6 of that chronic illness, so things are improving for me. And so being more persistent and showing up daily or, every other day even is something that would be a lot easier for me now compared to
Yeah.
showing
Okay.
up once a week in the years past.
So everybody understands how like we're all here to help share the root mission, to grow the root community, to move root products, right? So we're all in advertising. Advertising is all about reach, right? And conversions. Reach, messaging, and conversions, right? There's a funnel at the top that gets smaller as it goes. So like for me, my Instagram reaches anywhere from 1.2 to 1.7 million people every 30 days. And then there's a certain number of conversions that I'm looking to get out of that based on the messaging that we're putting out on Instagram. All right. So like, for instance, my social media team posts a minimum of 5 times a day per platform. A lot of folks would know who a guy named Alex Hormozy is. Okay. He puts out 400 pieces of content per week. Justin Bieber, to promote his newest album, posted on Instagram 97 times in 5 days. Right. So the point that really like I was trying to get to when I was talking to you is like there's a number that you've got to reach, and then there's a certain amount of times people have to see that before they can become converted into a customer type thing. So with my Instagram, if I wanted to reach 3 million people, I could just post 10 times a day versus 5. I could just double it. Does that make sense? So
And that's,
go ahead.
I'm sorry, those posts are not necessarily all about one topic. Those are some of those posts, if I'm correct, they're just like what's happening, or the sky's blue today in California, or whatever. They're not all geared towards the product line, or like
Correct. So
for instance, Justin Bieber's 97 posts weren't all about the album. Some of them were what's for lunch or whatever.
well, it's grabbing your attention. So how does advertising work? Is 30 minutes of a sitcom all commercials, or is it 23 minutes sitcom, 7 minutes commercials?
Right.
There you go. So you have to keep people's attention a certain amount of time to get them to hear the commercial. Does that make sense? So like with you guys, like for instance, they're going to give you guys a whole bunch of great science. All right. They're going to give you guys a whole bunch of great science. Well, now you're the messenger that takes that science and what it means to you and passes it on to people that are like you. Because in life, we're most powerfully positioned to serve or help the person that we used to be, right? So as somebody that's overcoming chronic illnesses, you're the best person to speak to people that are going through something very similar, right? And how you use those products. So when Clayton and Christina and everybody else give you this amazing science, well, look, if that's good that you have it, but you have to translate that as to what that means to you, because that's how other people will receive it. And then you have to tell them over and over and over again, right? That's probably the most missing misunderstood part of advertising is like when you see, I don't know, any commercial for any brand online, you're going to see it over and over and over and over and over again, right? That's how trust is built. It's earned through repetition. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And then like, you know, so I mean, there's so much that goes deep into this, and I won't get too much into the weeds, but the biggest thing I wanted for you guys to understand, just using a couple of real case studies, is like at the end of the day, all of you, if you really thought about it, you could say, man, this is what I really, really, really want out of this amazing relationship with the Root Brands. I want to help a certain amount of people. I want to make a certain amount of money, right? That's the reason that we do anything with our time, is for a result. And if you don't know what that result is, you'll never be happy doing it, right? But if you know what you're aiming at and you're missing, you can make adjustments. You can't hit a target that you can't see. Okay. And they have a whole product line. Some of you guys will like certain products more than other ones. Those will be the products that you sell the most of. Right. But you can also talk about the other products, and even though they may not appeal to you, how they might help with everything else. I can tell you guys, like I've been a living case study on this stuff since about April. I've been taking the entire line every day since April. And I can tell you we're about to film a whole bunch of things about all the things that we learned and the results that happened along the way. The biggest thing that's happened for me is I haven't gotten sick all year, not one time. Not one time. It's insane. My kids have been on the line the entire time, haven't gotten sick. right? So the biggest thing that it did for the products have done for me, on top of the fact that I felt better and performed better, was I got like 2 weeks back of life that I didn't have before, that I can invest into my family, my friends, or my business because I wasn't in bed sick. Return on investment, right? So what is you guys' return on investment, and how do you portray that to everybody else? Again, you're the marketing team for Root Brands, right? So if you're a marketer for Root Brands and you had to say, I get an A or an F if I'm grading this, or let's say 1 to 5, 5 being the best, what grade would you give yourself? In school, we all got grades that told us how we were doing in life. Well, once we got out of school, what report card do you have? If your bank account was your report card, what kind of grades are you making? If your health was your report card, what kind of grades are you making? Does that make sense? So who else? Nurse, gosh, I already forgot. Who was it? Tell me your name again.
Nurse Christy.
Nurse Christy. 700 people is incredible. You're like in the top 1%. You have a community of 700 people. You are sitting on an asset that is literally like probably 1 out of 1,000,000 people on earth have, like for real. That is incredible. So, and you know, if you go to like a sports stadium or a concert, there's only so many seats that they can sell. The purpose of them after that is, how do we get another product sold per customer? How do we get them to buy 1 more water or 1 more t-shirt, or else, because I can't sell any more seats.
Right.
Right. So once you've got your community and you're happy, then it's like, what else can I offer them to keep them engaged and keep them rocking? Because the more you offer them, the more they're going to find other people that they can offer those things to as well. And that's how it kind of fans out that way. Right. So, and you've got your community of 700 of 60 and above. That's great. Well, guess what? A lot of those probably have kids. They're your door to your next community. Those introductions, right? So how can you incentivize them to do that? One, and then do you have a way that they can do that that's scalable, that's easy, whether it's they can join this Facebook group or whatever it may be, on how that they can manually invite people and grow your community for you. It's little things like that, and all that can happen while you're ill, by the way.
And there's the start.
That makes sense. So I won't get too much into the weeds, Clay. I hope that was okay. But guys, at the end of the day, like, you should have a certain number of people or a certain number of products or a certain number of dollars that you want to make by doing this to justify the time, so you know how much to put in and invest. Be truthful to yourself and figure out what that is to you. And then let's orchestrate a plan to get there. And then when you achieve those things, usually there's a lot of gratitude and satisfaction that comes along with it. Right? And I can promise you, money's not everything, but it is a very powerful tool. A very powerful tool.
So you could say, to summarize this really quickly, we'll be diving more into this, giving people some more insight if they so choose. But activity can create income, correct?
Activity is everything. We only get a certain amount of time, and it's what you do with it.
Here we go. Okay, Duquesne.
Actually, I'll try to turn that to, so talking about like posting on social media, guys, really start thinking about the ways that you can grow your brands based on what we're doing for this month. We talked about the holiday sales event that a ton of people won great prizes on. Well, what they probably did, I'm sure Jill, if she was on here, I'm not sure if she is, probably posted and had her entire downline posting about the sales as they're happening. So Nurse Chrissy, for example, you know there's an RPS call with only an RPS limited sale going on that happens tomorrow. I would be texting anyone in your downline who is not currently an RPS member to join RPS before that call, because only RPS members are allowed to be there. Secondly, we know now from the call, at the beginning of the call, there will be a limited the 7-day offer starting Wednesday, December 10th, ending on December 17th. Only people who have access to the Root Brands ambassadors, platinum groups, silver groups, and are part of the brand will know what that is. So you being the brand ambassador for us, you can go out to the people who aren't part of the Root Brands community yet and let them know, hey, the Root Brands has a holiday sale coming up this Wednesday. Be on the lookout. I'll tell you more about it. follow up for my next post. So use those things that we're giving you as a community to branch out and grow your community. All right, Duquesne, I know you have some stuff, so I just want to make sure that we tie that in. Because we do always use what we're giving you to grow your brand and community.
1,000%. And by the way, when something works, do it again. Just like the song on the radio and the commercials you see on TV, you're going to see them over and over and over again. So when you get something that performs well or you get engagement on, keep posting it, keep throwing it in the mix.
Yeah, no, that's a great point. And I see some people on here who might not be huge social media people, but are huge like in-person or event people. And this same topic applies to it. If you find something that works for you at an event, or Amber, I know you are huge at connecting with businesses. Like Amber has found her strategy when she is connecting businesses, and she has shown to repeat that. So you can take these same lessons and put them to whatever approach your business focuses on. So yeah, thank you for that, Nick. I mean, that was great. And I think it really does, again, as we were getting to the end of the year, this is the time where setting a goal or setting a specific thing you want to reach works perfect as you're heading into 2026. Everybody should be doing that. We at the office were told to do that by Christina and Clayton for what we want to do personally and what we want to do for either the product or the product line that we have the most care for. So Dylan did it for fitness products. I did it for Rom Roast. Marty, which one did you do, Marty? Did you do Root Brands in general?
Wait, Duquesne, I also did the L Pure skincare line. I
Okay.
was just told that I could not share those videos with anyone. So there's that.
Yeah, I made that decision.
No way. There's multiple people said no, we're not sharing those videos with anyone.
I've been taking a bunch of Crush and trying to go out in the garage with the wheel and do the one where you're not on your knees that Dylan did. That's impossible, that nobody on earth else can do with the wheel with the ab roller.
Uh-huh.
To give a bit of John, our video editor, and I, and Clayton, if he ever has time to come to the gym with me, are gonna do another Fitness Without Fillers new year, new me kind of thing and tie everything together. So we'll be doing some cool stuff for 2026 as well for the Fitness Without Fillers.
Yeah, it'll be exciting. So everyone keep an eye out. So I do want to give some tips, tricks, and insight into our 2026, and I want ambassadors to know what is coming. Again, I might not get exactly into the specifics, but I want you all to know what to expect. And then once we've kind of gone over this with our leadership team, we'll make the full announcement on this as it rolls out in 2026. But we have been going through a lot of changes as a company and goal setting as a company and making the path of where Christina and Clayton want us to be. And with that, Dylan, Marty, and I, Vanya with customer service, all of our employees has been setting goals and improvements throughout the Root Brand business that will make it easier for us, but also the ambassadors, our customers, and the community. And so we want to go over these a little bit, and I will try to give credit to each person as they were the ones responsible for it. But there's four main things that we're really excited to announce for 2026, and we're really looking forward to it. I want to start with Dylan and shipping and logistics. So Dylan has been working for probably the last 6 to 7 months, maybe longer, honestly, to improve our logistics and shipping options. So that means shipping to international warehouses, but also the shipping to customers. And so he has made a lot of progress. We should be finalizing a lot of these changes and transitions mid-January, and there's a few things that means to you. So one, I wanted to let you know the what's gone into it. Dylan has been working his butt off to get this done. And there's a lot of stuff that's happening in the back end that essentially will save us money and make it easier for us to get products internationally. But I'm sure you're curious, why does that matter to you all? And so there's two things that we're excited to announce. We don't have the exact numbers yet, but we do know they will be happening. There will be a price reduction for shipping in 2026. It should happen in January. That is all shipping. So every level of shipping will have some price reduction. So, shipping one-off products in your cart that price will decrease, but also the threshold for free shipping to get RPS will decrease in some sort of way. Again, we don't know the exact number yet, but we do know that that price reduction will happen. And so price reduction for normal orders, price reduction for what is the RPS threshold to get free shipping. And then there will be some different shipping prices as well for products that might be smaller and be able to have less of a shipping price with it. Yeah, I wasn't going to give that full hint, but Dylan did. So
I
like
mean,
the 0 in 15 packs is a good example. Dylan, did I miss anything that you want to go over on that? Again,
no,
this was Dylan and Phi did a lot of work for this, so no means was this anybody else than them.
so I just want to say, and Clayton was actually on this email. I was so happy to send the notice of leaving our current 3PL last week, who has been basically causing us to have the prices we have and have all the issues in shipping. That means that starting from now, we started working on leaving them and going to the new company completely. We'd already done this for our B2B, our business to business, but we've actually gotten to the point where we're going to be able to, and the goal is for early January to have this finalized because we have to have the new website finished first before we can obviously start connecting all of our shipping locations. But when that's done, we've already seen that the price reduction is going to be pretty nice, and it's going to be in perpetuity. It's going to happen, and it's not going to change. The next thing is, and Duquesne kind of touched on this. We've had issues, obviously, in shipping to certain areas of the country to where it's just kind of tough. People in Australia obviously know now. Australia and the UK are just hard things to get into based on the permits that you need. And the new change we have in January will allow us to have better access for all of our products. So that's basically just a rundown of what to expect. You're muted, Duquesne.
I want to reemphasize that the reason this took so long, and I know people have been very frustrated and they've been asking for this for a while, without going into too much details, the person who was over operations and logistics before Dylan took this all over, was not able to negotiate good enough deals so we could do price reductions. And you all have seen the state of pricing everywhere. Everything is going up in cost. Shipping is going up everywhere. Product prices are going up everywhere. And so I just wanted to give a big shout out to Dylan for being able to find these solutions and these answers because to be frank, the person before Dylan who had been in this role for many years was not able to do it. And so I think the fact that Dylan was able to accomplish this and pass on the savings to you all, he has been pushing Clayton and Christina very significantly to get these price reductions for you all. So Dylan, just wanted to give a shout out. Love giving a shout out to my best friend. So good work on that, Dylan.
Easy peasy, lemony squeezy.
Now, on to the second major thing, and this gives me time to give a shout out to another member of our team. I do nothing, I just give shout outs to people. So, our second big change that we're undergoing is with our marketing. And so, we have some exciting things in 2026. And so, this is all Marty and the marketing team. Again, the previous person who was over marketing had tried to implement some of this, was not able to do it. And so we're really glad that Marty and working with Joy, I think she was on this call, they've made a lot of improvements and we're excited for this. So I want to go over this and then Marty, correct me wherever I mess up anything. I'll slow down. One of the first things is they are revamping how we share out assets and graphics and videos to to ambassadors. So keep an eye out on that in January. We don't have an exact date yet, but we are going to more efficiently share out assets, videos, and product like cards to you all. I will say the best place to get these and the place with early access will always be on calls. So join the RPS call or the ambassador call or the Root U, and you will always get first dibs on these amazing marketing assets they're working on. The second thing they are doing is they are working on having a product card and a comparison guide for every product or line of products. And so what marketing has done is that every month next year we'll have a focus. And with that focus, there will be unique videos, a product card, a comparison guide, and an ambassador marketing tool to go along with it. And so the ambassador marketing tool could be a like 7-day program on how to start the products, or a questionnaire on giving it to somebody and it tells them what product they should try. And so marketing has done a lot of work. We're really excited for this. This will start in January, and we're giving a sneak peek. The first month, the first quarter will be about rebooting your body, essentially, start of the new year. And we're going to start that with Clean Spirits and that product line. And so our focus in January will be Clean Spirits and that product line. And then February will be the Trinity products. And so you all will know that in January, you're going to get a Clean Spirits info card, some unique videos, some comparison guides of competitors on the market, and then some useful guides as ambassadors to teach new customers about this. And so it will truly be amazing. They've been working on this probably since May,
June?
June. Yeah. And so really proud of our marketing team on that. And again, the reason it's taken so long is we wanted to make sure we went through it with leadership teams, with other ambassadors, and really tested it to make sure it was what you all were needed. And so we're really excited about this. So you get a reboot of our logistics and shipping, a reboot of our marketing. Marty, what did I miss on this? I'm sure I missed something.
Marty, do you have like maybe an analogy of the best way
Yeah,
to
it's like
get,
it's like if I was a doctor and I'm always on call.
yeah, that's the best way to get the marketing assets.
You're on call.
Yeah. I told him to say that. I walked out
Yeah, I
there.
know he did. I had to say it because he wanted me to say it.
Okay.
But yeah, Duquesne, you're right. Everything we have we've gone through, Chris, Dr. Ram and Clayton, making sure that they're what they wanted, then you guys, and we kind of make sure on the marketing end that we were just prepared for the start of the year. So we're ready to go January 1st.
Yeah, and again, Marty, Joy, and the rest of the marketing team not on here. Huge shout out to you all. I know this was something you wanted to put into effect last year, and I know it took some work to get here, but I think it's really going to be exciting what our ambassadors see. And I wanted to say thank you to all the ambassadors that helped us get to this version of it. I think it will be very great. Anything else, Marty?
Nope, I'm good.
Perfect. So the next person I give to get a shout out to is Clayton and our IT team, actually. So you all have heard this, but we are doing the site, the Root Brand site revamp. And so this is really exciting. I got one more after this, so we should hit time well. But website is really exciting. The purpose of this was to make it one more navigatable, easier to get through for customers, easier to sign up customers, easier checkout process, and a better UX UI. So that's a user experience of the website. And so we're really excited for that. That will be kind of the first update that's given. And then we will have updates that happen about every month to continue to make the site better and better. Because the way the way that Clayton and the IT team worked on setting this up is that it is very easy to update and continue to add better and better features. And so as we go on, ambassadors will have more and more features added to it to make it easier for you all to run your business. More data and information on your customers, active customers and RPS members, more data on who's ordering and not ordering, better features and ways to reach out to users and customers underneath you. And so it's really exciting. Dylan and I have been going through it with Marty and Vanya. Shout out to Vanya if he's on here, but making sure that it is fully tested to be ready to go. So we're currently working on the RPS features to make sure that's fully done before it launches. But we're very excited for that. And Clayton, I don't know if there's anything you want to add. I probably didn't sell it well enough, but I know it will be very exciting.
No,
You're
that
mute.
was very good. The We should see this switch to the new e-commerce side shortly, and then updates are actually going to start happening weekly from the time that the e-commerce is rolled out, to where you'll see probably weekly updates, just like you see on your phone. That when you get an update or a notification on an app, we'll start adding in some of the new systems, new services, new tools to support everything. It's going to be awe-inspiring. I'm really excited.
Awesome. I did want to add something, and I didn't give them a shout out, but this kind of goes with marketing. Tiger and Tiana, who work with Root Use and the science, they are updating a lot how we do the slide decks and making sure protocols come along with everything. And there actually will be some protocol cards that go along with the Root Use. That kind of goes in with the marketing side. I do want to make sure to give Tiger and Tiana a shout out because they've done a ton of work with that. And I'm excited for how the slide decks will look next year when we do Root Use. Tiger and Tiana are working with Dr. Ram. And so every RPS call will have almost like a science corner where Dr. Ram or Tiger comes on and talks about the science of the product we're focusing on. And then later that month, there will be a deep dive on diagnoses that are kind of connected or might have that product in the protocol. So they've done a lot of work to connect everything with the marketing team. So
Wait, so Duquesne, do you mean that the products we're focusing on for that month will not only have more marketing assets, but also have a science corner on the RPS and go into the Root U with a protocol? You mean the things that the ambassador has been asking for throughout the entire year are now going to be in every month, that they can get all of the assets at once? So all the science, all the Dr. Ron videos, and all the marketing assets from Marty. Wow.
yeah,
That company
very
must be pretty
exciting.
cool to have new launches for a new website, new shipping updates, and everything like that to change with the whole schedule. That's incredible. Congrats to whoever those guys are.
Um, On to my last one. I actually get to give myself a shout out for this, and I was going to give someone else a shout out, but Clayton and my mom said I need to acknowledge myself. So I will take this one. We are bringing back ways of acknowledging and celebrating ambassadors. And when I first started, this was a big aspect of the Root brands and the Root community. And I will say the person that I took over from kind of did away with this. And I'm not quite sure why. I think we just, as we grew, it kind of faded away. But my word of focus for 2026 is community and celebrating community. And so I'm very excited for this. And so what we are working on doing is that at the end of every month, and I worked really hard with Marty on this, we will have time to share out testimonies, success stories, and to celebrate ambassadors. And so, what that will look like is that we will be implementing an ambassadors of the month. We'll have one in Europe and one in North America. As we grow into other continents, we'll bring in more ambassadors, but we will have ambassadors of the month that we celebrate, and they will get time on the end of the month for us to celebrate them, but also to share, their story, what they did so successfully, why, why they are here where they are, what they've done. And we're really excited about that because not only do you all learn from us, but you learn from each other because you all are doing amazing things that we could never think of. And we want to make sure to celebrate and acknowledge that. Um, I did pitch this last year, I want to say in 2024, and it took a while to get here. So I'm glad we can now implement this. The other thing we are doing is we are going to start celebrating the growth and success of ambassadors. And so I worked with the leadership team and platinum team to come up with what level to do. Originally, I was going to do silver, but they did convince me that bronze would be better. And I think our platinums were correct. So thank you, platinums, for correcting me. But when you hit bronze rank, you will get a swag bag and an acknowledgement from Root HQ congratulating you on your success, your growth, and your hard work. We wanted to do something not just monetarily to reward you, but to really celebrate you. And we will be giving shout outs to our bronze ambassadors at the end of the month when we do our calls for that, because we want to acknowledge, and kind of like the video Marty did, giving an acknowledgement to the winners. We want to celebrate those who are growing and who are helping people. And so we're really excited to do that. I've been working with Marty and Stephanie Folse, Dr. Rom's assistant, our executive assistant, to pick out what goods will be in it, the swag bags. And so we're really excited about that. We have some cool new t-shirts and root polos that we've been working on. And so we're really excited to be able to celebrate ambassadors and really bring back the community feel into 2026.
Can I add something with that too?
Yes.
So when an athlete or a team goes above and beyond, if the coaching staff never acknowledges people who do the above and beyond work, then people have a lull in how much they're trying to put in their effort. So this is kind of in my mind the same way that people claim to be like, this is my captain of this, or this is the MVP of this, or this is the offensive player of the year. We'll do this every month, and in my mind, this is like a great way to strive to be the person to be showcased on there. Yeah, it brings everyone like together as a community, but I see this as a great way to have a fun little competition. Like I would want to be the one showcased each month. I think it's really cool. And I'm assuming when someone is showcased, it's going to be like, oh, I've been shown to the entire community. I need to work harder now to prove that it wasn't a fluke that I was here.
Yeah, that's a great point. And Dylan, we've definitely learned that from playing sports and coaching sports. So, but we just wanted to go over where we're going in 2026. We want you all to see our vision and want you all to hear that we hear what you're passing on. We're really excited for 2026. We have a lot of things coming. These won't all start January 1st, 2026, but it is coming in the first quarter. So we have a lot of exciting updates and we will be rolling them all up. I think we should have most of them done in January, to be honest, but we're saying Q1 to give ourselves space. But at least the marketing stuff, I know will start January 1st. They've already done a lot of that work. And the ambassador acknowledgements will also start at that time. So we're really excited. I hear your all's complaints still, but we're going to go forward with what we have. There was a lot of exciting stuff just announced, so we're going to stick with what we have. We can only do so much at one time. Thank you all for the ones that did share kind words and said thank you. We love the positivity and the encouragement, and we're really excited for 2026. Please reach out with us with questions. I know there's probably questions here. It does get a little overwhelming in the call with all ambassadors. So reach out to us. You have our emails and our WhatsApps, and we can definitely continue to grow. And we're excited to see how everything rolls out in 2026. And please join us on the RPS call tomorrow because there's exciting things coming.
And I just want to point out, Marty, Duquesne, and myself are all here for when you guys need to reach out. Remember, any kind of compliments, come to me, Dylan through Root Brands. Any complaints and issues, go to Duquesne and Marty. So thank you, everyone.
Bye, you all.